Renaldo and the Magical Tidy Kingdom. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town nestled between rolling hills and sparkling streams, there lived a young boy named Renaldo. Renaldo was a very curious and adventurous boy, always discovering new things to play with, explore, and collect. His room, however, was not as tidy as it should be. Toys, books, clothes, and even shoes were scattered everywhere. Sometimes Renaldo couldn't even find his favorite toy, Rocket the Robot, because it was buried under a pile of stuffed animals and games. Renaldo's mother often told him, "A tidy room makes everything easier to find, and a tidy mind helps you think more clearly." But Renaldo didn't really understand what she meant. Why bother tidying when he could just play and explore? It didn't seem important. After all, the mess wasn't hurting anyone, right? One sunny afternoon, as Renaldo was playing with his toy trains on the floor, something very peculiar happened. As he was setting up his train tracks, he noticed a soft glow coming from under his bed. Curiosity bubbled up inside him, and he crept over to see what it was. To his amazement, he found a tiny door hidden under the bed, glowing with a warm golden light. Without thinking twice, Renaldo crouched down and opened the little door. As he stepped through, he was instantly transported to a magical land, a place he had never seen before. It was a kingdom, but unlike any kingdom Renaldo had ever heard of. This was the Magical Tidy Kingdom. The Tidy Kingdom was a place where everything was perfectly organized. The streets were lined with shining pebbles, each one in perfect rows. The trees were trimmed to look just right, and the houses had sparkling windows with neatly stacked firewood beside them. Every object in the kingdom had its place, and it seemed as though nothing was out of order. Renaldo looked around in wonder as he took in the beauty of this perfectly tidy world. But then he noticed something even more extraordinary. The people of the kingdom, the tidies, had smiles on their faces, but they were all busy. They were not rushing around. Instead, they were moving with calm precision, each one doing their work in harmony. There was a tidy organizing a bookshelf, another planting flowers in neat rows, and one even carefully folding clothes. Renaldo walked up to the nearest tidy, a friendly woman with silver hair named Queen Tidy. "Welcome, Renaldo," Queen Tidy said with a warm smile. "I see you've come from the land of mess, where things are a bit unorganized. Would you like to learn how to keep your things nice and tidy, just like we do here?" Renaldo felt a little embarrassed. "I don't know if I can. My room at home is always so messy, and I can never find anything when I need it. It seems like too much work to clean up." Queen Tidy chuckled. "It's not about work, Renaldo. It's about creating a place where you feel happy and everything is easy to find. In the Magical Tidy Kingdom, we have a saying, 'A tidy space is a happy place.' Would you like to see how we do it here?" Renaldo nodded eagerly. He was curious now. Perhaps tidying up could be more fun than he thought. Queen Tidy led him to a beautiful garden where flowers bloomed in neat rows, and each one was carefully labelled with a small sign. "This garden," she explained, "was once a wild jungle, but by organising the flowers by colour, size and type, we made it easier to find the ones we need for special occasions. Would you like to try it?" Renaldo smiled. "Sure." They spent the next few hours organising the flowers in the garden. Renaldo learned how to sort them by their colours, reds, yellows and purples. He found that the more organised the flowers became, the easier it was to enjoy the beauty of the garden. When they were finished, Renaldo felt proud of his work. The garden looked more beautiful than ever, and he was amazed at how easy it was to find the flowers he wanted when they were organised. Next, Queen Tidy took Renaldo to a grand library filled with thousands of books. "Our library here in the Tidy Kingdom is organised by genre and author. Would you like to organise some books?" she asked. Renaldo eagerly agreed, and together they began to organise the books by colour, size and genre. As Renaldo placed the last book on the shelf, he stepped back and admired their work. The books were so neatly arranged that they looked like a beautiful painting on the shelves. Renaldo couldn't believe how easy it was to find the book he wanted now that it was all neatly in order. Queen Tidy smiled. "See, Renaldo, when everything has a place, it's so much easier to enjoy and find the things you love." Renaldo's eyes sparkled with excitement. He was beginning to understand. If everything had a place, it wouldn't take so long to find his toys, books, or even his favorite shoes. It would be easier to enjoy his adventures without wasting time looking for things. Before Renaldo could say anything, Queen Tidy spoke again. "Would you like to see one last thing?" Renaldo nodded. Queen Tidy led him to a sparkling, crystal-clear lake where a small boat was docked. "Hop in," she said. "I want to show you something special." They rowed out onto the lake, and as they drifted along, Renaldo saw a shimmering castle on the far side. It was the most beautiful castle he had ever seen. Every window gleamed, and the walls were perfectly straight. There was not a speck of dust or a stray leaf in sight. "This is the Castle of Clarity," Queen Tidy explained. "This castle represents peace and happiness. It was built by all the people of the Tidy Kingdom who knew that a well-organized world brings calm and joy." Renaldo gazed at the castle and smiled. He realized that the more organized the kingdom was, the happier and more peaceful everyone seemed. When it was time to return to his room, Queen Tidy handed Renaldo a small, glowing key. "This key will help you remember what you've learned here today. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by the mess, just think of the magical Tidy Kingdom, and you'll know what to do." Renaldo took the key, feeling a sense of peace wash over him. As soon as Renaldo stepped back through the tiny door, he found himself back in his room. The toys and clothes were still scattered around, but now he saw them in a new light. He knew that by tidying up, he could find his favorite toys faster, enjoy his playtime more, and feel calmer and happier in his room. With a big smile on his face, Renaldo started picking up his toys, organizing his books, and folding his clothes. It wasn't as hard as he had thought. In fact, it was fun. And every time he found a place for something, he felt a little bit more like the Tidies in the magical kingdom. From that day on, Renaldo kept his room tidy and orderly, just like the magical Tidy Kingdom. And whenever he needed help, he would remember the glowing key and the lessons he had learned from Queen Tidy. His room became a happy place where everything had a home, and Renaldo was always ready for his next adventure. And so, Renaldo lived happily ever after in his tidy, peaceful room. The end.